One of the most important things you will need to become a security guard in the UK is an SIA security guard licence. But there are also many different types of security licences that you can apply for, such as a close protection licence, a key holding licence, and a door supervisor licence. Hi, I'm Jack from Region Security Guarding's YouTube channel, where we make videos about security and security guards. Please hit the subscribe button if you'd like to stay updated with all the latest security guarding news. In today's video, we will be discussing the different types of security licences that are used in the UK. The most important licence that all security guards will need is an SIA security guard licence. This licence is a legal document that proves that you are qualified to perform security related activities for a business or client. Anybody who is looking to work in the field of security will need to apply for this licence and pass training courses before they can work as a security guard. If you have a security guard licence, you will also be covered to use CCTV equipment, such as cameras, to identify trespassers and protect properties. An SIA security guard licence takes about 4 weeks to acquire, is valid for 3 years and costs about £210. To be eligible for a security guard licence, you will need to be at least 18 years old, have the right to work in the UK, pass enhanced background checks from the SIA, and have a security guard level 2 qualification. To find out more information about how you can apply for or renew your SIA licence, please check out our other video, which is linked in the description below. There are two different types of SIA security guard licences. The first is a frontline licence, whilst the second is a non-frontline licence. Understanding which licence you may need can be confusing, so what is the difference between the two? First, let's look at what a frontline SIA licence is. A frontline SIA licence is designed for anyone who is working in security as a frontline worker. This would be someone who takes part in licensable security activities, such as a security guard responding to alarms or a security guard patrolling a building. If you have a frontline SIA licence, that means you are able to get directly involved with security. Most frontline SIA licences will come in the form of a plastic photo card that needs to be displayed so it is visible to other people. It's important that you display your SIA licence, as it can reassure other people and it can also show them that you have the relevant training. A non-frontline licence is designed for people who work in security but on the sidelines, such as an employer or supervisor. A non-frontline licence is for someone who's not going to personally work in security activities, but is instead going to supervise and oversee guards who do perform those activities. A non-frontline licence will normally come in the form of a letter, and it doesn't have to always be displayed. If you are looking to work in the security area of key holding, then you may also need a key holding licence. A key holding licence is a frontline licence which gives somebody the ability to hold keys for a property that is under the protection of security. A key holding licence is valid for 3 years and it costs £220. To be eligible for a key holding licence in the UK, you must be at least 18 years old, have the right to work in the UK, and you may be required to pass enhanced background checks by the SIA. It can take up to 4 weeks for a key holding licence to be acquired. A door supervisor, often referred to as a bouncer, works at the doors of establishments such as pubs, bars and nightclubs. To become a door supervisor, you will need a door supervisor licence. A door supervisor licence is another frontline licence, and it is required for anyone who works in security at locations where there is an alcohol licence present. A door supervisor licence costs around £190 and is valid for 3 years. It can take up to 4 weeks to acquire this licence. To be eligible, you will need to be at least 18 years old, have the right to work in the UK, pass enhanced background checks by the SIA, and you may need other qualifications such as a level 2 door supervisor qualification. If you hold a door supervisor licence, you are also covered for security guarding. A protection of cash and valuables in transit licence is issued by the SIA to people who transport goods throughout the UK. This is a frontline security licence and it is beneficial to have if you are dealing with businesses and banks. It can take up to 4 weeks to acquire this licence and it costs around £220. A protection of cash and valuables in transit licence is valid for 3 years. To be eligible for this licence, you will need to be at least 18 years old, have the right to work in the UK, and have qualifications such as a level 2 cash and valuables in transit qualification. If you are looking to work as a CCTV operator, these are people who normally work in control centres where camera footage is stored from an office or public spaces. You may need a public surveillance of using CCTV licence. This is a frontline licence for people who use CCTV equipment to identify individuals, review recorded footage, and use CCTV equipment to guard people and buildings. The licence costs £210 and is valid for 3 years. It can take up to 4 weeks to acquire this license. To be eligible for this license, you need to be at least 18 years old, have the right to work in the UK, pass enhanced background checks by the SIA, and you will need qualifications such as a level 2 in CCTV operations. A close protection license is a frontline license that may be needed if you're going to work in the security industry as a bodyguard or a close protection operative. If you hold a close protection license, you are covered for door supervision, security guarding, and being able to use CCTV. The license is valid for 3 years and costs around £210. To be eligible for this license, you will need to be 18 years old, have the right to work in the UK, pass enhanced background checks from the SIA, be a certified first aider, and have a level 3 qualification in working as a close protection operative. It can take 4 weeks to acquire this license. A vehicle immobilising license is a frontline license for security operating in Northern Ireland only. This license gives you permission to stop vehicles from moving, to remove vehicles, to clamp vehicles, and to charge vehicle owners. The license is only valid for 1 year and costs around £190. To acquire this license, you will need to be at least 18 years old. So that is the end of our video. We hope that it has been helpful, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again in the next one.